And for the final time in qualifying, can he improve and can he put pressure on that top 4? Is he improving by 7/10 of a second? Needs slightly more than that if he wants to try and take pole position away from Ayati Nick, who put that time with 2 minutes to go. The rain is slowly stopping, but Salva's out as well. He can't challenge, but Connor coming to the line for the Aston Martin team for EVR. He goes into the P3 position and onto the second row. Balance on a lap in the middle sector. Can he take pole position away? Francesco Lago in the Mercedes puts it on provisional pole with a 35.968. Can Balin for FVR in the Williams deny it? Samuel Barker puts it just above and takes provisional pole away from the Mercedes. Well, here we go with the Williams for FVR. Can take pole position provisionally with a 35.751, and I don't think anyone else is out there to beat him. Dan puts it into P9. Boom puts it into P15, and Ryan isn't on a lot. Oh, he is on a lot of time just coming to the line. Can he improve for AMR and try and challenge the top 10? Keeps it into P19. So it's Balin at the top, takes pole position for FVR. Samuel Barker will start alongside. On pole position as we go to 5 red lights. As the silence breaks and the battle begins. It's Balin with a fantastic start for FBR on the route down to turn number 1. The Aston Martin on the inside line. Is that's Connor on Salva going side by side. There's still room side by side around turn number 2. He's inside for EVR Connor, outside for Salva, but it's going to change as we head into the S's once more. But it's a great start for Balin. He's 5/10 clear already. It's Samuel Barker for FRT in P2 and Francesco looming large in round turn 7 in P3. But I think it's geeking at the back, and that is for the McLaren team of Set down in P20. We've got some moves ready. Jacquin down in 12th position, just making a move up turn number 8, as at the moment still side by side in the background. We have some more moves as we head into turn number into the turn number 11 section. Down the inside goes Dan on Connor as we go around 200R. He makes the move for FRT and up to P7, but Balin with a great start is pushing out front. It's around 8 tenths clear from the FRT driver of Samuel Barker. And the downforce you have in that kick Sauber, but yeah, let's see what it can do.
Straight on.
Oh, and that's going straight on. That's Francesco at Degner too. It's going straight on. I think he might have touched the gravel there and went over the curb, and that is a horrendous way.
He's done well.
He's really done well to get back on the track and not make any contact with drivers, but he's still got that front left wing damage, and that is going to be pretty much race over. And that's a safety car for the SCI driver, and that is a nightmare. With that straight line speed, but still Balin gaining a few tenths a lap, and by next lap he might be able to get back through. As there is Connor and Dan, as Connor's well off the track. He straight lined the final Casio triangle, and here comes Dan as he's rejoined, and there's the kick Sauber, and there is the Williams, both getting through and fighting for position, and it's the FVR driver of Rennes who makes the move on Dan and Connor as well, and he's up to P6. It's been a mega start for FVR, 1 in P1 and 1 climbing from P12 up to P6. And Balin and Samuel within 5/10 for each other. Francesco Lago, oh, that's going well deep in that. Is Lumi for Azuri. Going way too deep into Degner too, and we've seen so many drivers get caught out there. And going down the inside is Dan, but here comes Nick, grabbing the boat position, and the boat make contact on the exit at turn number 11. And going around the outside is Dylan Hoagland, making a move on Dan, making a move on Lumi, and getting up to P7. Boom is also out there as well, but there's Rennes coming out of the pit lane. He's just coming out, like I said, as there goes Samuel Barker into that race lead. As Rennes comes out in P7, just as predicted there, as FRT Dan just comes out ahead. But yeah, Samuel Barker takes that race lead, and that's his future racing team in provisional out front as Bovril and Boom, both still yet to stop. Past the Casio triangle, Bove still yet to pit. He's staying out another lap. I don't know what he's... I think he's just hoping for a safety car at this point. But there we go. 1 on the outside, 1 on the inside. Samuel back on the outside. And there is Balint for FVR. On the inside, it's very close between the pair. But it's going to be Balint who takes the race lead off of Barker for future racing team. As FVR is going to head provisionally out front once again. Salva also stuck behind in this first sector. Is causing all sorts of chaos. Is Bovril right in behind. And now Salva Dan, Renz, they're all going to lose out as Bove's already nearly out of a second to Samuel Barker. But here comes Salva right back through again, and Dan is now going to fall. Well, he's going to fall quite far behind the driver ahead on the exit. Bove's going very deep and letting them all through, and that is a big mistake for Bove. And yeah, he's trying to play the team game, but yeah, for Lumi as well. But at the moment is dropping down to P10. Attack in defence. Yeah, he's just too far away. He's further behind. Lumi and Salva swapping positions as Lumi gets up to P5 for AZR, and this could be their best finish of the championship so far. He's doing a good job. Let's see if he can try and keep it on Salva and keep that top 5 position there.
Here we go.
And it's Renz and Balance as go on, Ben.
Boom Pie and Ryan going side by side. He's been forced off into the grass, and Nick is going to try and pick up the scraps of this one. But yeah, very, very hard racing there between the Haas and the Red Bull team. IFT versus AMR. Nick is just staying behind. So we'll have to see if anything happens. We'll be the first to sweep it up as they're going side by side again. Just missed contact. Nick is trying to move, probably going to go for a move into the hairpin if I can. He's literally pushing him around that corner. That's how close these guys are going. Is he going to send one down the inside? He absolutely is going to go for a half send. Maybe just putting Ryan off there. He's going to go for the up and under actually. But can't quite get the traction on the inside line of the hairpin.
Is anybody going to try and go for a move? Covering the inside line is Balin. Diving to the outside line is Samuel, but still having to stay behind is the kickstart before FRT, and the FVR driver is just allowed to stay ahead. And round the outside goes Boom Pie as on the exit of turn number 2. He's still side by side. The Red Bull pushing the Haas just wide, and he grabs a 3-second time penalty as well. That's his second of the race so far, as he just got pushed wide from the Red Bull, so probably couldn't get removed that one. Yeah, just needs to not get another warning really. As we head on to the final lap, as we head to the Casio Triangle for the penultimate time of the race, it's Balin who leads out front like he has for most of this race. For FBI, he's got a fantastic exit and is now still 8 tenths clear of Samuel Barker, who's closing in with that DRS. FRT running P2 and P3, and Ren's still nearly out of the DRS actually to FRT Dan and Samuel Barker, but we know he's got the better downforce in this first sector to gain on the pairs. Lumi and Salva going side by side, and this is a fight for P5 as Lumi keeping the position. AZR have only scored 1 point so far in the first 2 races. In race number 3 are looking for an extra 10 as Boom and Nick making a bit of contact there.
Boom and Ryan,
between the Boom and Ryan, sorry. As we've seen them both fighting all race long, as Ryan now going to be allowed to stay in P9 on track as well after contact at turn number 1. Dan right behind his teammate Samuel Barker. This too doesn't really matter, it's a team championship here. But at the moment it's SCI who was leading the championship coming into this one, but this time right, so it flipped on its head. FVR and FRT have shared a fantastic battle this race as we head into the Casio Triangle for the final time. The pole sitter has done it. It's going to be Balin who wins this one for FVR Campeonato. FRT come home in P2 and P3. It's a great result for the team, and Ren's only P4 but fighting from P12. And it's been a great race for FVR and FRT. They've shared a fantastic fight from the start to the finish. Renz and Dan fighting through the field, and it's going to be the FVR driver of Balin who takes the win from pole position. In P5 it's Lumi, and it's a great race for AZR as Yuri taking home some valuable points, and yes, 10 points added to that. Only 1 point so far in the championship as Salva comes home in P6. It's EVR double points finish in P7 and P8 for Connor and Sam Coral. Ryan takes P9, and IRT Nick takes the final points position in P10.